The last thing we need to send to Washington is a Democrat who's a kinder, gentler version of the Republicans, frankly. Unfortunately, in Washington right now, there's an assault on the basic idea that we're a community. My view of public service is, how do we get back to we're all in this together?
All the programs that have taken us generations to build as Democrats, as activists, as members of this community, they want to take apart. Are we going to let them do it? No! Do not back down. We cannot back down. The fight is on. We need to stand together.
State Senator Eric Griego understands community.
I see him fighting for us all the time. I have no doubt that he will continue to fight for us. He's fighting for us right now at a state level. Someone that's going to fight that hard at a state level, I can imagine what he's going to do on a national level, and that's someone that I want out there.
We need someone who's willing to fight for our basic values, which are protecting our natural resources, creating good jobs, not just for those who can really afford the best education, but for everybody, and creating public schools that work for everyone.
And the one thing that I always saw was Eric Griego out there supporting women, supporting our civil rights, supporting everything that's good for New Mexico.
Increasing class sizes, cutting programs.
And that is our future. That is our workforce for the future.
I agree with you.
My dad's an amazing man. I don't just say that because he's my dad. He's very inspirational. He always has been. And he's very dedicated in more ways than just politics.
Even though Eric's really busy, he makes the time for family. My background's early childhood, and he has more patience than I do. But Eric truly believes in public education. He went to Head Start when he was a little kid. And so I think he really believes that the early intervention that we can give young children really makes a difference.
My mom was always real active in the community, even though she was a single mom, and we learned early that you can only make a community better if you kind of get involved.
Access to primary medical services among the uninsured and underinsured is a growing challenge. The state of New Mexico needs congressional leadership that's compassionate, that understands unique needs of the citizens of the state of New Mexico.
I think the spirit of this district and the spirit of this state is that we're fighters. We're people who believe that there's values worth fighting for, and there are things like making sure we take care of our elders. That's a value we have here. We can't get Social Security and Medicaid and Medicare. That's crazy. But these guys are seriously talking about it.
The Green Jobs Bill was not an easy task. There was an immense amount of resistance to it.
We know that producing solar energy is not only creates a renewable source of energy, it creates thousands of jobs.
More jobs are being created today in renewable energy than any other sector in the United States.
We need whoever goes to Washington to represent this district to be willing to roll up their sleeves and take on this conservative right wing that wants to gut everything that we hold dear. Our natural places, our public education system, healthcare for our seniors, for folks who are struggling. We need somebody who's going to stand their ground, and that's what I've done my whole life and my whole political life, and that's why I'm running.